Welcome to Envista Experts on Demand, your unbiased, informative source for supply chain best practices and industry updates. Today, we are speaking to Bob Grace, VP of Operations Development, and Jim Caleca, Director of Strategic Initiatives within the Beverage Operations Group at Envista, on the topic of overcoming common challenges for beverage companies. What kind of challenges are beverage companies facing today in the warehouse and during the delivery process?
With the proliferation of SKUs, it's put more pressure on operations to handle the influx of additional packages and brands. This has also created challenges for the loading and the delivery aspect of it, which also translates right into the retail trade.
How can beverage companies overcome some of these challenges?
That is one of the areas of focus for Envista, and that is to help companies overcome challenges. One of the new innovative products that we've come up with to help address some of the challenges facing the proliferation of SKUs is Stack Sleeve.
Tell me more about the Stack Sleeve. What makes it so innovative for wholesalers?
The Stack Sleeve system was derived out of studying the drivers over a long period of time and basically trying to come up with what is the driver's perfect day for him. And really all the driver is looking for is to have the stack of product on his two-wheel hand truck that he needs to roll into the account. Today they work off of side load trucks, which basically they have to pick the order off of the truck today, and currently they're handling all of the products on the truck 2 to 3 times before they actually deliver it. In working with the side load truck, they also open and close the side load bay doors somewhere in between 200 and 300 times a day. So obviously there's a lot of fatigue, a lot of physical activity, and also contributes to a lot of workers' comp. In looking at that whole problem and how do we come up with a better solution, a more lean solution, really we looked at, okay, how do we basically build a stack of product, which is the customer specific order, and load that onto the truck. And in doing that, what facilitated was basically building a sleeve that we build that order or that stack into, and then load it into the truck in reverse order sequence for delivery. The stack sleeve is unique in that we can't just solve the physical problem out on the truck. We also had to solve the problem in the warehouse, and that so our solution had to span both how do we pick it and how load it and deliver it. In doing that, we've developed software that allows us to utilize the efficiencies of batch picking when we go out through the picking area and we go to a certain SKU that we pick all of the product that we can for that SKU. And when we're doing that, the software is helping us sort that into the discrete orders by stack so that we're actually accomplishing 2 functions in one and trying the best of both worlds. It's a combination of software, hardware, and processes that really makes Stack Sleeve innovative.
So what kind of savings will beverage companies realize utilizing the Stack Sleeve solution?
There's a lot of ways that Stack Sleeve brings savings and efficiency to wholesalers. In general, when you look at the bottom line, Stack Sleeve is going to save somewhere in the 25 to 30% of efficiency, which equates to productivity, costs, fleet, as far as your assets. And basically what it does for the driver is we talked a little bit about the challenges he has on handling all the cases, opening doors on side loads and those type of things. So if you look at the Stack Sleeve solution, we're going to go to a box type delivery vehicle instead of the side load with one door and a lift gate or a ramp on the back of the truck, which allows the driver basically to open one door and not to handle any cases on his truck. He goes in, he clips the hand truck onto the back of the Stack Sleeve and rolls it right into the customer. So that's really where the efficiencies take place on the distribution side. Within the warehouse, because we're batch picking and sorting it in discrete orders, we're doing this basically to 4 sleeves on 1 pallet at a time. So we're not making multiple trips through the pick floor and to do that. So hopefully we're at least a break even, if not a little bit better in the warehouse, and we're saving 20 to 30% out on the street.
With that knowledge in hand then, what is the first step beverage companies should take when trying to find savings within their supply chain or delivery operations?
Their first step would be to have an operational assessment. This allows them to take a look at the processes within the operations and identify those areas where the greatest opportunities exist. After that, determinations can be made as to what the best solutions are, whether it be technology, a change in process, or actually adding equipment that may be of assistance to improve their overall efficiencies.
What services should beverage companies consider to overcome challenges and increase sales?
Well, the unique thing about Envista is it has a broad range of services that we can offer. We like to look at things from a strategic level, where the first opportunity would be to work with an organization to help them develop a strategic plan. It's from the strategic plan that we can then zero in on where the greatest need is, whether it be from an operational standpoint or technology or simply process improvement. To that end, we offer services in capacity analysis, warehouse management systems, route accounting systems, any type of technology upgrades that will help their overall enterprise, as well as provide advice in how to go through the selection process. Envista's strength is their ability to be able to work with an organization from the beginning of the process all the way through the implementation and actually the management part of it.
Well, it sounds like Envista has a lot of great solutions to offer to wholesalers. What else sets Envista apart?
There's a lot of philosophies that we follow at Envista, and one of the, I'll call it a motto or principles that we follow is basically we like to consult, implement, and operate. So we're with the customer all the way through the process, from doing the due diligence of studying what it is we're trying to solve, coming up with the solution, and then helping them implement that solution to be successful in their operation. So a lot of times that includes change management and helping the people on the floor all the way up through top management understand when they implement this new solution, what type of discipline is going to be forced on your operation to keep these new processes and procedures in place. There are a lot of things that we do differently, and it's really based on our experience and our knowledge in the industry working for wholesalers, and also based on supply chain best practices across the industry, and then using those best practices to help each other become a better operation.
Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Envista Experts on Demand.